WHAS11 Weather Impact Forecast is sponsored by Tom Sondergeld Plumbing and West Shore Home.
And let's take you north to Indianapolis. Heavy winds and rain earlier today from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This video recorded by WHAS11 sports reporter Sarandon Raboyne, who was there working on a story today. The grandstands had to be evacuated. Our ABC station in Indianapolis reports the weather canceled practice for the Indy 500 after lightning was detected near the speedway. We've just now had some good rain moving into the city after that line just sort of was hanging right on the Ohio River.
Right.
Southern Indiana is getting a lot of good soaking tonight.
Yeah, they've had a lot of rainfall, and unfortunately we are dealing with a few pockets of flooding concerns. The worst that I'm seeing is right around Borden, Indiana. That's pretty much where you're seeing the bullseye closer to home on this radar estimated rainfall map. So some of that pink, orange, reddish color there right over the river. And take a look at the cutoff. I have a lot of you all on social media commenting across Kentucky, still not a drop where I live. And this is where the cutoff's been. Most of this rain has, yes, been in Indiana today. You'll notice from St. Louis to Indianapolis, that's where a lot of the earlier activity was, including those storms that we were just talking about just before this that impacted the practice there up in Indianapolis. Back here at home, zooming in, yes, Louisville getting a bit of a soaking right now, but it is stopping right around the Waterson. So if you live closer to the Gene Snyder, chances are you're actually dry right now. That continues southward into Bullitt County as well. But off to the north, we are still seeing moderate to heavy pockets of rainfall that should continue to decrease in intensity and coverage over the next hour or two. A lot of the model data has this fizzling around 2 a.m. and I hope that is the case because some of you all don't need any additional rainfall after the rounds that you've seen so far today. In addition to the heavy rainfall, we've also had some reports of some tree damage, even though we didn't have any active severe thunderstorm warnings for our area. There was one for Jasper, but other than that, you'll have to keep in mind when we get this much rainfall, especially for those areas that picked up rain over the weekend as well, the ground becomes a bit more saturated and it doesn't take as much wind to cause some tree damage. And if the trees fall right on the power lines, we definitely had some power outages earlier this evening. Big picture view. So this was all due to an outflow from storms yesterday. The main front is still in the plains, and this cold front will be making its way our direction tomorrow and into the day on Wednesday. Pumping up ahead of that, some warmer temperatures again tomorrow, though we've cooled off thanks to the outflow and the rain currently in Louisville. We're at 71. We definitely will have the heat again tomorrow and also the humidity. The dew points are certainly out there and we'll be feeling that out ahead of any kind of storm potential tomorrow. So hour by hour futurecast, it does look like a lot of the rain will continue to decrease in coverage and intensity over the next several hours. Much of our Tuesday will be hot, humid and breezy with highs back in the 80s to maybe near 90 degrees. You'll notice after about 4 p.m. we could have some isolated storms. I think it'll take a little bit longer than that. This particular data really has things ramping up later on into the evening and overnight hours. If that is the case, we could have some stronger wind gusts, pockets of heavy rainfall with lingering showers taking us into Wednesday. So tomorrow's definitely our last really warm day before we cool off nicely into the 70s Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. But expect a messy pattern here, more rounds of showers and thunderstorms. It's going to be hard for us to get a dry day in here over the next 7 days, including our Memorial Day weekend.